So now even one of the lawyers is talking about the trillions. You can't get around it. I told people you can't get around it. Now, when you think XRP, I say think future. There's a lot of short-term plays. You see that we've made a lot of good gains over the last few months with short-term plays, right? But this is from cryptobasic.com. This is from John Deaton. Tell me John Deaton doesn't sound like Alphanim right here. Let me read it to you. Factors to shoot up XRP over time. We're talking about over time. It says, on the other hand, it says Deaton sees XRP as the ultimate play on payments. Sorry, I'm a little bit excited. Particularly, and I'm getting a little bit fired up. I got to run on the treadmill after this. Anyway, it says ultimate play on payments, particularly in the cross-border payments market. Backing his stance on XRP, Deaton presented compelling statistics about the cross-border payments market. The lawyer cited that the volume of customer payments to businesses in cross-border transactions stood at 2.8 trillion in 2021. Now, if you remember, we began with covering crypto here beginning of 2021, right before that bull market, right? And we were saying it then. Things were beautiful at the time. Well, it started off slow and then boom, just like within a month or two of starting the channel, things just took off like a rocket. It was unbelievable. Yeah, you could tell I love that bull market. Anyway, let's go on. You guys be serious now. Likewise, business to business, B2B. We used to always talk about the B2B business. Business to business intercontinental payments totaled over $150 trillion, respectable in the same year. Furthermore, he noted that the global payment sector has already seen transactions worth $190 trillion this year. So you see this building up. What they projected has been slowly coming true, that those trillions are increasing. But let's continue here because we're getting to the big information. Meanwhile, authoritative sources, this is coming from a lawyer, so it's reputable. Authoritative sources have projected cross-border payments will explode to $290 trillion by 2030. How much of that do you believe we need in order for that price to skyrocket? You tell me. I'm just asking a question. I believe, just my belief, it's not a guarantee, right? Not financial advice, but I believe we could take a good swath of that. It doesn't take too much. It doesn't. And once again, if Swift has 12,000 banks and they've been struggling, that's why they're teaming up with Chainlink, which, by the way, thanks for that, Swift. Appreciate you, Swift, and appreciate you, Chainlink, because I've been liking the gains. I told you, we're going to feast on those banks one way or the other. We're going to take that capital. Just my humble opinion. I mean, I don't know what you plan, but I'm going to take that bank capital one way or the other. But anyway, $290 trillion by 2030. If Swift has 12,000 banks, you think that we can get, if we already have 200 to 300 banks signed up, this is what was reported long ago, if that's accurate. Decide for yourself, do your own research on that, right? But if we have hundreds already signed up, and who knows how more are not announced, what's to say we can't take 1,000 banks, 2,000? We don't have to dominate them completely. We just have to move an aspect of their currency, of their capital. I'll take all the wholesale payments for 2,000 banks, skyrocket that XRP price. I feel it deep within my soul. The rest of the world is rapidly adopting XRPL technology, rapidly adopting it. And that's going to continue over the years. That's why the research is so important. When you're looking at, right now, we're working from top to bottom, not necessarily bottom to top. When you're talking about the Monetary Authority of Singapore, when you're talking about the Bank of International Settlements, when you're talking about the Bank of England, all of these different large entities, they have lesser banks. They are supervisory entities. Haven't heard me say that in a while, have you? They will dictate the rest of these banks need to adopt similar systems. And I would say, of course, that has a lot to do with interoperability. But why would I allow supervised banks, if I have the power to take a completely different system where now we have to struggle with interoperability when I can just say, hey, listen, I want you all to use an iteration of this XRPL based system or RippleNet system. I don't care which it is. as long as it uses XRP, which is what? The best of the best. I posted in that video. You saw and read for yourself about payment channels, how cheap they are. Here's another thing I want to tell you. I've been seeing a lot of these articles that have been emphasizing, it's very interesting, isn't it? Emphasizing that the higher the price, the cheaper the transaction fee. So they're incentivized to raise that price up of XRP. Listen, if they're holding it, they don't have to just use XRP for the transactions. They could always cash out that XRP and make some money themselves. Muy lindo, mi gente. You think that they don't know that? They definitely know that. You see that they're all trying to make money with Bitcoin, right? They're trying to make money with everything. Now they're talking about Ethereum. Of course. So they would definitely make money with XRP. Let's move on here. Okay. So $290 trillion. John E. Deaton is now talking about the trillions. Huge catalyst. Once you see us starting to move a piece of that, once you start to see these banks or big B2B like transactions moving across XRP, then you're starting to see something happen. That's when that utility is kicking in, baby. High volume, high transaction value. That's the name of the game. Big money talk here. So now, this article here is from Coinpedia.com, and it is titled Ripple News. Wait. Let me scroll up. My apologies, everybody. XRP to the moon. Now, listen, if it happens, I'll take it. But I don't know about that in this short time frame. But it says here, XRP to the moon. Expert predicts major price surge in 72 hours. I don't know about that. There's a lot of negative catalysts right now. I'm going to tell you that extend far beyond crypto. So there's a battle going on that most people are not going to see, right? Did you see the dollar was strong? Did you see that? Right? You see the DXY was green at 105, by the way. Did you see that? That's just one thing that we're battling against. You saw, and so it has affected everything. You know, bevy of risk assets were red. So I keep that in mind. That's, like I said, that's just one negative catalyst. But if it happens, I'll take that. But let's read in and see what they're talking about here. They may be onto something. I don't know. I have to consider it. I don't have to, but I'm going to consider it. It says anticipation is mounting and a countdown is on as Crypto Insight, a respected market analyst, reveals a noteworthy analysis pointing to a soon to happen shift in XRP's path. It's closely tied to Bitcoin's performance, promising an exciting development within the next 3 days. I'm assuming it's the correlation between when Bitcoin moves and when XRP moves, sort of like how there's a correlation between when XRP moves and then there's like a slight delay. And then sometimes if XRP moves enough, XLM will move. All three of those coins are kind of tied to each other in different ways. But anyway, as far as price movement, anyway, I'm just drawing an equivalency there to make a point. It says, as per Crypto Insight's recent insights, a countdown is underway, marking T-minus 4 days until the anticipated, quote, XRP blast. I'll take it if it happens. Okay. Can you elaborate a little bit? It says, this term suggests a substantial upward movement in the value of XRP, with the anticipated surge expected to unfold in the next 3 days. It says, delving into its history. Sorry, I have to keep scrolling up. There's this get notifications tab, which you cannot remove on this website here. That's blocking like a little piece of the word. So I have to keep scrolling up to see the next sentence, which only leaves about 3 sentences max at the top that I can see before I have to scroll up. If this was a way to troll the readers, great job. This is what's interesting is the XRP consistently trails Bitcoin in terms of price action. That's not interesting. That's typical from what I've seen. But here's the twist. XRP's breakthroughs seem to align more and more with Bitcoin's, suggesting they might be on the same page. Well, the little bit that I did see the charts, there's a couple of times where XRP was green and going up and Bitcoin was red. So it's not always that way, but I get where you're going. As per the Crypto Insight analysis, examining the XRP BTC chart on the daily time frame, the current scenario appears less favorable for XRP, signaling underperformance against Bitcoin. Despite this, Crypto Insight notes a recent rally initiated on October 29th, resulting in a gain of over 30% against Bitcoin. However, challenges ensued for XRP after reaching 73 cents, leading to consecutive intraday losses. While the market buzzes with activity, Crypto Insight observes a somewhat muted sentiment. Interestingly, this muted sentiment is considered a positive indicator of potential expansion. Well, when that pullback happened, number one, you had a lot going on with U.S. Treasuries. Don't I keep saying that, right? You had a lot going on with that. So there's going to be a liquidity drain because of that. That was number one. Number two, a lot of people have no love for XRP. They're simply there because they saw it going up. They're day traders, swing traders, and they took profit. I don't blame them. That's what they do. So there was profit taking as well. And aside from the day traders and swing traders, and then the people who are pulling liquidity to go into quote unquote non-risk assets, which is hilarious at this point because some of those non-risk assets are now not so safe, right? Not so safe, right? But anyway, aside from that, then you have other people who do have a little bit of love for XRP, but they need that capital. So they can't waste any time. They put a little bit in, then they're like, okay, I saw a little bit of profit. I'm going to take some profit just based off that. So you have all these different groups, contributing to downward pressure. That's natural. That's regular. So that's pretty much what I observed. I think that's reasonable. I think that's logical, right? You tell me. It says, what does the future hold for XRP? Unlimited potential for brightness. That's what the future holds for XRP based on the setup. And, I have an article here to prove that because even Solana, what do they call this individual, this gentleman here? Solana strategy exec claims the work that was done during the bear market is paying off. This is what I've been trying to convey about these types of technologies for a long time. The buildup, the partnerships, the infrastructure setup, partnerships, whatever you want to add in there. All of that is significant towards the success of those cryptos, those blockchains, DLTs, Hashgraph, all of that. You need that. So even the Solana strategy exec is telling people, hey, you had to have put in the hard work for you to see, price appreciation, to see success on the chain. So if that's the case with Solana, look how much Ripple has built, or Ripple, Algorand, Stellar, Quant. But it's a matter of time with these assets. It takes time. They're setting up infrastructures, and they have those partnerships. That utility has to be realized. Solana is seeing it now. Chainlink is seeing it now. Things like XRP that are complete world changers, any of these bank coins really, that are complete world changers is obviously going to take longer. They have to battle more. There's more building that had to be done than all of these other technologies because what they're attempting to do is much more ambitious. And there's a lot more pressure against them, right? I mean, you can't think that the banks and the governments are going to play nice, right? Of course not. They're going to hold your feet to the fire. And we've made it through a whole lot of it. There's only a few more things to make it pass. And then sky's the limit as far as where it can go. No guarantees, but where it can go. Right. So it says here, Crypto Insight. Let me scroll down again. Once again, that's blocking it. Raises some key questions. Is XRP about to take a breather before shooting up, or is it already set for a major upward move? Next few days, especially in a speculated 3-day time frame, could be crucial for XRP's journey. Listen, let me slide this little bit of information in here. Be very careful right now. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just going to put a warning out there of caution. Be careful of scammers. I see a lot of that going on, and people have told me about a lot of that going on. Be so careful. If anybody that's telling you, hey, send me XRP, send me some crypto, and I'm going to send you something, be careful of scammer. Be careful of emails that you're receiving. They get people like that a lot. They make it look like an official email, official text message, and then you're clicking on these things. Be very, very cautious. Like I said, this is not advice. I'm just putting it out there. I'm seeing a lot of things going on, not just in crypto. So be careful of the ads that you might see. They could be scammy. Be careful of anyone in any comment section anywhere telling you to contact this person. Be careful. There's a lot of scammers. And now what I'm seeing, right? Not only that in crypto, now you have the resurgence of gold scammers. I'm talking about physical gold. This is why I said it's very good to have a gold tester. And not only that, if you're going to buy physical gold, buy from a reputable company. Be careful. I have an article. Did I pull up this article here? Yeah, we're going to cover this later on in the gold news chapter later. Man pays $21,000 in cash for fake gold bars. And see, and what's happening is a lot of people not only are turning to crypto for alternative store of value, because they completely are just disgusted with the banking system. I have another article here about increased deposit flight from the banks. Didn't I tell you that the other day? Now we have another update. Even more money is getting pulled out of the banks. And now what I'm reading is, and I don't suggest it, but, I understand people holding cash over trusting the banks. The banks have been very shady. I even read about a gentleman who had $100,000 at that gentleman's account. It was closed by a big bank. They gave that person no reason. I'm assuming that individual is now going to have to battle in court for that 100,000. But this is happening all over the place. You can just Google this. We covered another. There was a woman's account that was closed, and she had a ton of money in there as well from another big bank. So the people don't trust the banks anymore. So they're holding cash. They're looking at crypto for alternative banking things. I don't think people really trust these PayPal, Zelle, Cash App things anymore after all the glitching that has been done on that side and glitching and errors. And so now they're looking at gold. That's what I'm getting to, right? So people are trying to obtain physical gold. They just don't know how. There's a big push for that now, a big push for physical silver, physical gold. Be careful who you trust. Go through reputable companies. They're not difficult to find. I say find one that you're comfortable with. It's easy for someone to say, oh, yeah, go with this or that. Then they have to take the responsibility of where they directed you. That's what I would think. No, you go out there, you just do your own search. You'll find some easy to find reputable companies. Look at when they've been established. Look how much business they've done. Look at the connections that they've had, and be safe. But cash in hand, going to somebody person to person, hey, let me get these gold bars. I don't know about that. I don't think so, So just be careful out there is what I'm saying, everyone. Okay, so now moving on from that. All right. Let's go here. This article here is from Crypto Alert. And a couple more XRP articles because they always have some very interesting information on XRP. Then we'll get into a little bit of Solana news because that's also been exploding a lot lately, the news as well as the price, even though we have a little bit of pullback in the price. Not mad at that at all. And I could see that coming from a mile away. So this article here is from cryptoalert.com and it's titled XRP. Now they say will facilitate. I don't like either way when people give a guarantee, whether they're guaranteeing XRP is going to be a low price or they're guaranteeing that XRP is going to do this. It's like no one has a crystal ball. I would rather say XRP can facilitate, XRP may facilitate, but I like where it ends, though. I'll say that. It says over $1.2 quadrillion. Once again, haven't we been saying that that's a possibility of moving trillions scaled into quadrillions? That's the idea. That's the idea. And if that happens, then where does the price go? Now, what they're saying in this article here, I'll read the entire title to you. XRP will facilitate over $1.2 quadrillion, requiring a $10,000 price. Now, you can do your own calculations on that to see if you're in agreement with that by way of your own work or not. And you can look at the partnerships and say, where do we go from here? We have all the success now. Then when we have 100% clarity, where can that success take us? Right? This is in a groundbreaking move. Ripple Labs has secured membership in the prestigious International Swaps and Derivatives Association, ISDA. We've read about that before, elevating its status in the financial world. The development places Ripple alongside renowned financial giants such as JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. I will say JP Morgan is in a lot of trouble right now. Massive amounts of deposit flight. Then ask yourself a question. Why did Jamie Dimon sell all of that stock recently? And that's just a little bit of the problems that they face this year. Do a little Google search. You're going to see. I'm telling you now. It says, and Goldman Sachs, contributing to a market with a staggering valuation of $1.2 quadrillion. The move not only marks a pivotal moment. Let me stop right there. I also will say that don't think that the small banks and medium-sized banks aren't looking to et tu brute JP Morgan and the big banks who have definitely, my humble opinion, I won't say definitely, I'll say in my humble opinion from what I've seen, contributed to their downfall so that they can absorb them. Did you see the articles recently where the big banks have taken a lot more this year than any other year recently from the small banks? They do this on purpose. They want to gobble up those small banks. They don't want more competition. But you'll know that if you know the history of JP Morgan. It's not their first go round, right? But let's continue on here. It says the move. So what I was trying to convey is they're looking to, Julius Caesar, those big banks. Another thing that plays into the hands of the new financial system. They will adopt systems where the big banks can't have that much control over them and where they can grow exponentially, especially given their experience over the last few years, which has been, might I say, quite detrimental. So the move not only marks a pivotal moment for Ripple, but also signifies the growing acceptance of digital assets globally. Yeah, sure, but I don't care about that. I'm here to make money off the bank coins and take the money from the banks. I'm just going to keep it 100% gully with you. Right? That's what they used to say a long time. They used to have a lot of sayings like that, didn't they? Way back when. I'm going to keep it real. 1, I'm going to keep it gully. 2, they had so many different ways. Like, I mean, I just love the old school. It was so diverse, Am I the only one who feels like the old school was way more diverse than this new age, this new era? Anyway, it says Ripple's entry into the derivatives market. This article on cryptoalert.com goes deep. I like it. I like it a lot. It says the inclusion of Ripple in the ISDA is a significant milestone that amplifies the company's influence in the derivatives market. The ISDA membership is a testament to the maturation and acceptance of digital assets within the traditional financial circles. Ripple's foray into the derivatives market sets the stage for a new era, underlining the company's commitment to reshaping the financial landscape. Then they go into some price predictions, and their price predictions, woo! And I'm seeing a lot more of this. A lot of people believe it's going to go extremely high. I'll take it if it goes there. I'll take it. I'm not against it at all. At all. It says, amidst these developments, an intriguing price prediction has resurfaced on social media. Okay, so they go into the Brito prediction of $10,000, but I've heard a lot of other people say the same. And they have all of these very elaborate equations. But I mean, I can't remember where I heard it from. But well, about the whole $10,000 theory. You know about that. I don't have to reiterate that, right? But that is a growing sentiment within the XRP community. I will say that I'm seeing it more and more and more. So it says here, the $10,000 price prediction for XRP might be audacious, but in the rapidly evolving world of cryptocurrencies, bold projections may well become reality. I agree with that bold predictions may become a reality. And, we'll see where the price ends up. I do believe is going higher. Where? I don't know. I'll take anything right now. I just know I'm super bullish on XRP. That's what I know. And that, and I'll say this, I don't look at, XRP, Ripple, or any company using XRP as a regular company. I look at them as a super ambitious company or companies that are trying to do what no other companies have done before. And I say that because not only can they loosen up Nostro money, but they also are trying to do wholesale interbank payments. They're also trying to take a little bit of the retail market. That's why they have a retail CBDC platform that they unleashed with the Monetary Authority of Singapore. That's 3. Number 4, the tokenization of everything. We've never had anything that does all 4. Never. If they can pull it off, they will be the first to do it on a massive scale. And I'm pretty sure these builders of XRP, on the XRPL, know this. They know this. That's why they have to keep a big hand in XRP. because they know the potentiality of it. They're working toward it every single day. You think they would be working so hard if it was supposed to go nowhere? They might try to throw you off the trail a little bit because they're not here for you. Not really. They appreciate you being here. They appreciate the little bit of us that are called the XRP army. Yeah, they appreciate us, but they don't want the whole world. Not in my humble opinion. They don't need the whole world. They don't. They just need the big banks. The big banks, commercial banks, small banks. They just need the banks. And a few of the big businesses, but they can dominate where no one else has dominated. And you have the rest of the bank coins there as well, but they all play a different role. They complement each other so well. So when people say the new financial system, they're not joking around. Okay, let's get to some Solana news, because I can keep going off if I'm talking about the bank coins. XLM, XRP doesn't make a difference, right? And we're going to get to some XLM news very, very soon. I'm telling you that right now. I'll let things build a little bit with different bank coins. Algorand as well. They're all doing a tremendously good job. In my humble opinion right now, the setup is looking really good. But this article here is from cryptoglobe.com, and it's a little Chainlink news. I thought this was interesting. And yes, I've been loving the Chainlink gangs, and I kept a little bit of Chainlink. Because I know. It's like there's a certain portion of a bag. I'll move that. That's my moving bag. And then the little portion I might keep a little bit. Put that offline. Just in case. I'll put that offline for future action, because you never know if it's going to go down with certain projects like this. Once they hit it big and they start getting big news, and they were already pretty popular before, you never know if they're going to go down again. I keep a little piece of a bag over here just in case. Another piece of the bag, I might take profit on that. So anyway, I'm all for Chainlink going up. This article here is from the cryptoglobe.com, and it is titled, Why a Prominent Crypto Analyst Believes Chainlink Price is Headed Towards $200? Whoa, bring it on. I'm all for it. Let's read this little tidbit here. Just a little tidbit. Oh, man, I'm feeling good today. Like I said, I have to run on the treadmill in a little bit, get a little sweat going. In a recent YouTube video, the popular pseudonymous crypto analyst known as Chico Crypto explained why he believes Chainlink is on a trajectory toward a $200 valuation. Well, let me add this in there. I'll say this. I don't know how high it's going to go. It's looking beautiful, in my humble opinion, from where we first started talking about it. It was super low. But one of the heads at Chainlink said people will begin to look at them. This is when Chainlink was down, and really there wasn't a lot of people who believed in it anymore, just like they didn't believe in Solana. There was a lot of FUD at that time. And then the head came out to sort of speak against the doubters. And what did that head of Chainlink say? They'll be looking at us more when we connect everything. What? Why would that person say that if they didn't have a whole heap of major partnerships lined up? And Chainlink was already doing good. This is around the same time, a similar time period, where all that information came out about Swift and Chainlink. They know something over there. In my humble opinion, they know something. That's why they can make that statement. Oh, when we connect everything. How many big partnerships you got lined up, huh? So I will say that makes me with statements like that. Show ambition, fire in your stomach for expanding business, and that's going to bring the big money. So yeah, I'm super bullish on Chainlink right now. It says he discussed Chainlink's recent developments, potential partnerships, and its role in the evolving landscape of traditional finance and cryptocurrency. Yeah, they've been coming over to the bank coin side. And I always said this, that if the cryptos, the blockchains want to be super successful, I said this a long time ago, that a lot of the other non-bank coin utility coins would be wise to come over to the bank coin side. Didn't I say that? Now, and I iterated that when I heard this, and when they start working with Swift, and I said, wait a minute. Anyway, let's continue on here. Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network designed to bridge the gap between smart contracts on the blockchain and real world data. It's a critical component in the blockchain ecosystem, as smart contracts by their nature cannot access data outside their network. That we know. Let's scroll down. Come on now. Give us something potent, Chico. All right. Chico Crypto started by highlighting Chainlink's resilience, likening it to the character Joe Dirt. What? For its ability to persist despite challenges. Tell me what movie you watched before you wrote the article or made the video. That I know. Come on, I know how that feels. that was on your mind at the time. Not a bad movie though, Joe Dirt. That was a sick movie. Wait, Joe Dirt, wasn't that the one where what was that fell out? It was like a bunch of fecal matter. To for lack of a better word, just a family friendly channel. A bunch of fecal matter fell out of a plane. It was frozen, and he thought it was like a meteor or asteroid. That was a funny movie. That was a nasty movie. Anyway, you brought at least this is a good movie recommendation, Chico. You made me remember Joe Dirt, which I wouldn't have remembered otherwise. A key focus of the video was Chico Crypto's prediction that Chainlink could be involved with Hong Kong central bank digital currency. Really? Oh, okay. All right. See, I told you, coming over to that bank coin side. He based this prediction on several factors, including Chainlink's past successful partnership predictions and his potential involvement with Standard Chartered, a bank working with Hong Kong digital currency initiatives. All right. All right. Interesting theory. Chico referenced the recent partnership between the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, the DTCC, and Chainlink. He emphasized the significance of this collaboration as the DTCC processes a vast majority of global securities transactions. How bullish is that? All right. So, oh man, I always do this. I have so many more articles, but I'm trying to keep the video on the shorter side. I'm telling you, if I go off, it'll be every video will be 50 minutes if I really just spoke my entire mind. And I have such a good time doing this, but you know, I try to be reasonable and keep it a little shorter. So let's just I just want to give you this one headline here, and then we'll close out with a little bit of Solana news. I had 3 Solana articles. So this is from the dailyhodl.com, and it's titled $174 billion in deposit flight hits U.S. banks in 3 months as S&P Global declares banking industry is gradually shrinking. That's music to my ears. I want to take the bank's money, but I've always said we could dominate outright. Their time is over. They're doing so terribly. So deposit flight, people pulling their money out of those banks. Oh, did you also see the bank stocks? Very, very low right now. Do I have that article? No, I don't have that article up here. Oh, I do have the article. Let's throw this article in here. Why not? I'm just going to give you the articles that I can't cover. Why not? If you look them up, they're very, very good articles. This one is from Financial Times. U.S. bank stocks sink to all-time low against S&P 500. You don't say. Oh, banks, you're not looking so good. I think you need a little bit of new financial system. But I'll say this again. Oh, man. I'm telling you now, I don't know when it's going to happen, and we'll see if they can circumnavigate this problem. There's a huge black swan looming, not only with liquidity crisis, everything they have going on. Some banks, like you just saw that bank go down. There's other banks having massive amounts of problems. We'll see. 2024, 2025 is going to be a fiery period for banks. If a lot of those banks go down, whoa, Nelly, I'll tell you what. They go down. I'm happy. I'm celebrating. I'm dancing. And I'll tell you why. Because gold is going to skyrocket. Silver is going to skyrocket. Platinum is going to skyrocket. And it'll be a beautiful time for people in commodities like myself. I'm telling you that right now. So I'm all for it. And I'm not pro banks. I'm just going to take the bank's money. Right. So now let's close out here. Now that we learned about how badly the banking system continues to be. We're going to end off here. Let's see, which Solana article should we end with? There's a lot of good Solana articles. Big price predictions, or should we go with what the executive said? It's always hard to choose which articles to cover. It really, really is. So we'll end off with this one because it's got a big number on it, and I like looking at big price predictions. So this is from CryptoPotato.com, and it's titled, Solana priced at $328. Grayscale Sol shares soar. That is a tongue twister. Grayscale Sol shares soar. Did they do that on purpose? I don't know. Maybe they did. Solana's price is flying high again on crypto exchanges. However, well, it went down a little bit. Let me just reiterate that. It went down a little bit. Not much. It says, however, regulated investors value SOL tokens at an astounding premium in Grayscale Solana Trust. The average sold price on crypto exchanges was just under $62 Saturday afternoon UK time. Shout out to everybody in the UK, by the way. Appreciate you all. So according to data from CoinGecko, that puts the smart contract platform up over 49% in the 7-day window. Furthermore, Solana is soaring over 180% on the 30-day scale. Okay, let's get to the big number. Where's the $328 and all of that? That's what I want to hear about right now. It says, so while retail traders, third world denizens, what kind of phrasing is that? And total quote degens unquote. I don't know what that means. Okay, is that short for? I hope that's not short for degenerate. There's a lot of negativity in this statement here. It says, are buying one SOL for $62 on crypto exchanges like Binance and KuCoin. Smart money is buying 0.38 SOL for $125. If they're doing that, is that really smart money? You sure about that? So when you do the math, that comes out to $328 for each Solana token. This reveals that institutional investors are happy to pay Grayscale premium to get Solana from a regulated custodial Solana ETF fund. All right, well, I will say this. If what you're alluding to is correct, it's only because they have a lot of insider information. It's the same way why before there's a bank run or a bank goes down, there's a massive amount of selling that goes on while everybody else is scratching their head. Like, why did this person sell all of this stock? And then it happens. Like, there's so much inside information that's never going to stop. So if that is the case and they're willing to pay that high price, they obviously know something that makes them super bullish on Solana. You know, a lot of times having these big money advisors that they have and, it's not just necessarily about your skills. It's about who you know to acquire proper information to make moves ahead of the market. And that's what a lot of them do, allegedly, right? Allegedly, this is my humble opinion, but this is what I believe. So sure, if they're willing to pay that for Solana, then obviously Solana is very bullish, but that's if that is the case, right? If that's the case. So we didn't have any gold news. Oh yeah, the gold news was about the person paying $21,000 for fake gold. Be careful, everyone. Be careful. You know what? Matter of fact, why not? We're already 37 minutes in. Might as well give you this last little gold article. Why not? Giving you your time's worth. This is from NBC Los Angeles. NBCLosAngeles.com. Fool's Gold. Redlands man pays $21,000 in cash for fake gold bars. And I saw a picture of this somewhere, and I hope that's not the real picture because it didn't look like real gold to me. I don't know. Maybe I just have a gold eye. I know. Come on, now we know what gold looked like, you know. But I guess some fake gold looks real. I wouldn't know. It says officials have issued a public warning in the Inland Empire about a scam involving fake bars of gold after one Redlands man was swindled out of more than $20,000 in a scam. I hate to like giggle, but like, I don't know why in my mind I just picture somebody standing in the alleyway. This is probably 100% not how it happened, but just standing in the alleyway and just, you know, in the shadows, and they're just like, the guy's walking past and they're just like, psst, psst, hey, over here. He got the fedora with the brim down. Psst, over here. And they hold open the jacket. They pull open the jacket, the piece, and there's like there's gold bars. There's gold bars just dangling in the jacket. I don't know why. I know. Oh man, you could tell when I grew up, right? They used to always have something like that on TV. Somebody in a dark alleyway was selling something. It could be anything in that jacket, that little jacket area. And is dangling there, and they're like, I got a deal for you. It's always a scam every time. But people always would go for it. It's crazy. Anyway, that's what I picture. Let's continue on here. Redlands City Public Information Officer Carl Baker said the man who was scammed contacted the seller on Craigslist. No, Carl. No. You do not contact people on Craigslist for gold, Carl. There are reputable sellers of gold, long time established. and you have a tester, you test those things, man. It says he met the seller in a back out. No, I just made that up. Oh my word. Who made it to this part of the video? I just made that up out of my mind. And this is real. It really happened that way. He met the seller in a back alley. You're lucky that you only got scammed out of gold, Carl. What are you thinking, Carl? Where are you from? Broski. I'm going to say, Broski, you don't meet anybody in the alleyway? What? Man, you're lucky they sold you some fake gold. They could have took everything from you. You was in a bad spot. Back alley on 2 occasions. You went to a back alley twice to purchase gold bars for a total of $21,000. You already knew something was wrong. Anyway, the buyer later learned that the bars he purchased were fake. Why would you even have to buy gold that way, Carl? You know they were offering some crazy deal, and it had to be. It had to be. If it's too good to be true, it probably is not true. It says it's unclear why the buyer didn't have the gold tested first. This is what I was saying. I'm telling you. I'm very logical. I told you. Have it tested. Where is your gold tester? Where? Why are you in a back alleyway, Carl? What are you doing? Anyway, folks, be safe. That was a good way to end the video for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm having a good time. So until next time, wait, I forgot to hit the desk. Let's get to the money.